It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
All right, this is him. He says, "Help me find my daughter. Her name is Taran. She's now 20. She will be 21 this month. She went to Orange Park High School in Florida. Haven't seen her since she was 4 years old. Look just alike, bro. His name is Baron. Her name is Taran. This is gonna make sense soon. Okay.
So by now, everyone has seen the story of me looking for my daughter, Taran.
You know, the best. Let me make one.
So by now, everyone has seen the story of me looking for my daughter, Taran. A lot of people ask about the background of the story. I'm at a stage in my life where I feel free to share everything. Years ago, I'm now 50. Years ago, in my 20s, I did end up being incarcerated during some time. I met Brandy, which is Taran's mother. Her real name is Brenda. Met her while we were both incarcerated. She ended up, we were both at the halfway house together. She ended up getting out before me. We were fooling around. At the time, she was still in a relationship with her then baby father. We fooled around. I got out. We still was fooling around. And again, I was with someone that I was courting at the time. I ended up having sex with her multiple times. She kind of like fell off for a while. I didn't hear from her. But then all of a sudden, about 2 months later, I got a pregnancy test in the mail at my mother's house. And it said that she was pregnant. Me knowing that she was in a relationship, staying with the person she was with, I just assumed that, hey, I couldn't take any chances. Let's make sure this child is my child. But I stayed in communication with her. By then, I ended up getting them married. And not knowing later, she ended up getting married also to, at the time, who she was in a relationship with. Fast forward, to confirm that this baby was mine, when she had her baby, my wife went to her mother's house to see the baby. Picked me up from work, brought me home, and had her meet me at the house to see the baby. I remember I told her I wanted a blood test just to confirm. She told me, if you get this blood test, you'll never see your child again. I shrugged it off, didn't mean anything about it. Me, her, my wife, the baby, went to a place in Riverside in Jacksonville, Florida to do a blood test. Later found out the baby was 99% my baby. I'm cool with that. All right, if it's my baby, I'm taking care of my baby. But as she said, she had other plans. She didn't want me to see the child random. She'll let me maybe see the child with her. It was always, she'll bring the child up to my job, but it was never, it was more like she was sneaking doing it. She always was trying to put me and her together and the child together. Never with my wife. Never my wife involved. One day I ran into her husband at a gas station, and I asked him a question. I was like, hey, man, what's going on? Why? Because she told me that he didn't want me to see my child. So I asked him, I was like, why you don't want me to see my child? And he stated to me that, bro, that's not me. That's her. He said, I just want to know why you wasn't there during the pregnancy. I said, bro, she gave me no information. She didn't want me there during the pregnancy. And later on that day, I got a call from her, told her I was stalking her husband. I was stalking her family. Told me to stop stalking her. Remind you, I just got out of federal prison. I'm on federal papers. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no smoke. I'm not trying to go back to prison on no dumb stuff. But, you know, every contact, I tried to contact her, it was a big no. It was a big on your terms, on her terms. I couldn't see her. So finally, I asked the question. I was like, when are you going to let her know I'm her father? And I remember saying that in the email that I still have to this day. She said, she don't need a part-time father. She has a father. She don't need you. And in my head, I just sunk down. I was like, what do I do? Talk to attorneys, talk to everybody else, and find out I have no rights to the child. None. The only way I have rights to the child if him being married to her at the time said that that wasn't none of his baby. He didn't want rights to the child. That was the only way I was able to get rights to the child. So it was a little discouraging. Like I said, she did bring up to my job. The picture that y'all see was her bringing her up to my job. I didn't see her. I seen her in a grocery store one time, and me and my wife, we was walking down the aisle, and we seen her. She took the child face and covered the child face and walked her out off the aisle where I wouldn't see her or she wouldn't see me. And I was like, man, that's crazy. Why are you doing that? It was just so crazy to me. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the truth. Why would you do things like that? Why would you try to hold on to this lie? I seen her at a post office one time. She didn't even see me come in the post office. I was just in awe of myself for watching my daughter play around the post office with her brother. At this time, her mom had another newborn baby. She didn't even see me come in the post office. But when she turned around and seen me, she left whatever she had on that counter and got them kids out of there. I'm like, what's going on? Why is she doing that? She didn't want to talk to me. She didn't want to do it. She was just like, don't talk to me. She was just in a very rude way. I mean, it was very discouraging. And when I tried to comment and call her, she was like, why are you stalking me? Why are you stalking me? And that was that's just how this story went down. All of a sudden, phone numbers changed. Emails stopped being responded to. Never accepted my information, my friend request on social media or anything. It was like she just vanished. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to say. So, didn't have any rights. So I didn't really do anything. So that's the story behind it. It was never, what I read in some of the comments, a violent situation. It was never that I didn't want to be in my daughter's life. It was a mother that I felt that was upset that I wasn't with her. that I didn't choose her, and she put the child between that. Just don't know what else to say. So what made me really go looking for my child, besides me really want to know, my mother said one thing. She said, I wonder what I see my grandbaby before I pass, before I leave this earth. And that's what made me search for her. So that's the story behind this. I did contact her recently. As of the day that I posted, I'm looking for my daughter. And I will tell y'all the next post what happened, how it went down, how did I end up reaching out to her. It was crazy. I was scared, I was nervous, but I did it. Hello everyone. I just first of all want to give y'all a big thank you to TikTok, Facebook, all social media that I posted on, helping me find my daughter Taran. It's been real surprising on the turnout, on the support. I never in a million years thought putting it out there, but one of my kids told me to do it. My son and my sisters told me to do it, and I did it, never thinking I'll reach that many people. But to give y'all an update on me contacting her, a number was passed to me saying this is her number. I called it. When I called it, it rung, went to voicemail. So I hung up and I called back. It rung twice, and it went to voicemail. But this time when it went to voicemail, it was like, you know how somebody decline your call and send you the voicemail? So I just assumed that she didn't recognize the number. She wasn't going to answer it. But first of all, I want to confirm that that was the number. So I texted, I said, hi, is this Taran? With a question mark. No response. Maybe an hour went by. I got a response saying, who is this? I said, hi, is this Taran? I would like to speak with you. Could you give me a call? Again, it was said, who is this? I said, my name is Baron. I'm your father, biological father. And I've been trying to find you for a while now. And I sent a picture of me and her together that I posted. Crickets, nothing. After that, that really right there kind of let me know that that was her. My mom went to racing. Didn't hear anything about it at all. Didn't sleep good. Haven't been sleeping good since I actually came out about this. Just because of my mind just racing on everything. Woke up the next morning to a array of texts from the number. And I could tell the text was written by her mother, not her. Because the type of verbiage that she used You're stalking me. I have a father and a family. These was all the things her mom told me, as I said in my previous video, way back 17 years ago. Even said she was gonna call the police on me. Which was, I'm like, why? You know, why are you doing this? You know, in my head, I'm just so confused. Don't know what to do. So it's Sunday morning. I go to church, think about it, I prayed on it. You know, listen to the word. Left church, me and my wife. As we actually get off the church ground, we're headed to the main street where we could get out. My phone rings. My phone rings and it says no caller ID. So I wasn't gonna answer because I normally don't answer calls that don't identify themselves. But my wife was like, answer, that's possibly her. So I answered it. And the person said, this is Deputy, whatever his name was, from the Clay County Sheriff Department. Is this Jamie? I say, no, this isn't Jamie. Who's calling? They say, do you know her, Jamie? I say, who's calling again? They say, this is Deputy, whatever his name, from the Clay County Department. I say, they say, have you called this or text this number here for Brenda or maybe Taran? I said, yes, I texted last night asking what's his Taran. I said, I'm her biological father. My name is Baron Tolliver. Her name is Taran, and I said her whole name. And the reason I'm not saying her name now, because most may have found out, because they'll send it to me. But I'm just trying to protect her at this time. I said, yeah, I texted, I'm the biological father. And he was like, whoa. I'm kind of reading between the lines right now. They was saying, got a call saying from the mother saying you was stalking them or like calling them and I'm like, no, it was none of that, sir. I texted and asked, what's this Taran? And told him the story of what I did. He said, oh, I see where this going. He said, well, he went to, I guess that was her mother. Say, hey, Miss Brenda, do you know a Baron, Terrence's biological father? And I could hear her in the background just laughing. She's like, oh yeah, I do know a Baron from a long time ago. I'm like, she know who I am. She knew who this was from the beginning. He's like, well, I'm just gonna pass her your number and have her call you and y'all could talk about the Taran situation. I said, well, thank you, officer. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Mind you, I'm like, why does she have to do that? What was the police gonna do? You know, I was like, man, I've heard horror stories about this. These type of things, just never thought it'd happen to me. I was reading the comments. I see a lot of kids without their father, wanting their father in their life. And here I am, a man that's looking for a child, and it seems like I can't get to her no matter what. It's been a lot of obstacles, but I'm to a point now that I'm not going to stop till I talk to her, until she tells me face to face that she don't want anything to do with me, that she'd rather live without me. Till I hear her say that, I'm gonna keep going on. So I will give y'all more update. That's where I'm at right now. I did reply to the emails, though. I mean the text. And I did tell her, I would like to get with her, possibly her mother if necessary, both of them if needed, for lunch on me, their place of choice. Let's talk. Let's be adults. And that's why I left it, and that's where it's at right now. So, again, thank y'all. For anybody that's going through this, I have went through something similar to this, like this. Any male that's been through this, hit me up, man. Sometimes I need to hear another voice. Inbox me. Sometimes I need to hear another voice. I need to hear another opinion. So, social media, thank you very much for your kind words, your inspiration in helping me reach out to my daughter, Taran. It's been an experience. Somebody told me I need to speak up because I'll be talking too slow. My wife said the same thing, so it's all good. But I've had so many suggestions of what I should do. I was like, should I reach out to the stepfather? Should I, maybe go knock on the door? Or should I just be still? Should I stay fast? Or should I just pray and continue to pray about it and leave it alone? It's hard for me to kind of do that now that I done started, but I'm beginning to think about my daughter and how she feels, and thinking that this may be a little overwhelming for her. And I don't want to cause any stress for her because it's also new for her, like it's new for me. So I know she's probably somewhere watching this page or watching my page or watching everything that's going on. But I'm just trying to figure out a way, how can I get her to contact me? How can I get her to talk to me? If anybody have any suggestions, give me a shout. Let me know in the comments.
Man, damn, that's a crazy ass story. Do y'all see this, man? Yo, this is crazy. But, at the end of the day, both of them was doing, wrong in the relationship wise. But that doesn't change who he is as a father. But I don't know what her deal was, and I can't comment on it because we only have his side of the story. But I don't think it's far from that. I don't think he was the way he talk. I believe he run about as fast as he talk. So I don't think he was doing anything aggressive towards her. But he might have been like, hey, you got to think about it. This is 20 years ago. He was a whole different person. You know what I mean? He in the feds, probably, buff because he been doing push-ups, hella push-ups. Yeah, she was liking that man. He didn't go too far into detail about their relationship. He just said they had relations. I'm pretty sure the reason why he didn't go into it because his wife, respect of his wife, you know what I mean? Because it was behind her back. But the thing is, I think it's bigger than that. A lot of fathers, we just want to be fathers. We don't want to be bothered. And I think that, I ain't gonna lie, man. Bro, I am damaged from baby mamas. And I am damaged from being a stepfather. I am. And when I'm with a girl who has a kid by another man, I will never allow that woman to tell that man that he can't see his kids. Girl, you better send that nigga them kids. Cause what I'm not finna do is let him be a deadbeat. Okay? I'm not finna let him, cause I don't wanna be a deadbeat. You know? And I think the hardest thing to do for a man is to let go and just be like, let the situation play out, whether it be through court or through life. And I've done the court thing, and man, bro, trust me, man, it ain't over. I still got stuff to handle. But the fact of the matter is, when you gotta go through that type of situation with it being the kid's mother, and they have full control, you have no real control unless you, even when you go to court, you have no real control, because once you go to court, then they cut off all communication, because then they think you're trying to manipulate them into doing whatever it is. And it's not manipulation. The real manipulation comes, and women might not like this or agree with this, but the real manipulation comes from y'all. And there are some manipulating men out there. Don't get it twisted. But for fathers who really want to be fathers, who have a proven track record of being fathers, who have a proven record of going to court for their kids, taking care of their kids, loving their kids. I think you know what's crazy is women see that and they be like, oh, he's a good father to his kids. They give you a baby, and when y'all break up, now all of a sudden you not qualified to be a father. But you would have never dated me had you known that I was a bad father. You know, as y'all know, I got 5 daughters. Listen, say what you want, it's still, the market be wide damn open. The market be wide damn open. Why? Because I'm a good father. I take care of my kids. Women love that. But as soon as y'all break up, y'all have a kid together, y'all break up, then you become the villain. Then you can't see your kids until this happened, or only on their terms and stuff like that. So this happens all the time. It just, you know, man, it is what it is. Like, I'm used to it at this point, and I just feel, my thing is, I be just feeling betrayed, because like, it's just like, you know the truth, you know. Y'all know the women be knowing the truth. And what's crazy is, I know for a fact so many women with deadbeat baby dads be like, man, if this nigga could just buy some diapers, if this nigga could just come pick them up from school or something, you know? That's what they be saying. And it be the guys who try that get the denial, and it hurts more. And I honestly think that sometimes it's more of the I'ma hurt you because you hurt me, over you're a bad father. I don't think when these type of situations happen, it's not because you're a bad father, it's because you hurt her. And that's just a fact. Yeah, whatever. It ain't a fact, but it's a great theory. Okay. But on the other end, you got, which this is not the case, but just for women's sake, because, you know, women, you can see women will trash a man any possible way that they can. So women will be, even in the comments, well, you don't know, because a lady said in the comments, a lady said, my mom put a protective order on us to keep him away. And she never felt threatened from her. In fact, she said she didn't never know. But then the person in the comments was like, well, he could have been violent. He could have did this. But you talking to the person who just said that they, but whatever. Because it's always going to be an excuse. So you always got to throw that deflection in there on the man, that the man was this, the man was that, the man wasn't this, the man wasn't that. The man never got up with the baby. The man never took care of the baby. That man put hands on her. The man did all that. Just say it all. Just get it all out the way. Get it out. Cause it's never gonna be black and white. No situation is gonna be cut and dry. It's always gonna be something in it. Whether it's the man or the woman, the fact of the matter is, if you have a father that's trying to be in a kid's life, let him be. But there are fathers that try to be in the kid's life just to get back at the mother, and that's fucking crazy. Like, move the fuck on. Like, life is too short to worry about one woman. You hear me? Life is too short to worry about one woman. Shit. All I say is, man, shit, I'll make another one. It don't matter to me. You know what I mean? It do not matter to me. And then only thing is, I be like, shit, man. Hopefully she a good one. You know what I'm saying? I just pray, let me pray that she a good one. Other than that, shit, we on the number 6 and number 7. Shit, fuck around, be a number 8. You heard what I'm talking about? Like, ain't nobody playing. Whenever, because I'm going to be a good father regardless. My 2 oldest is, my 20-year-old and my 14-year-old, they together right now. And they doing their thing. But they'll be back here tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, because of that bond that I have with my children. I don't care what they got going on with their mama. That has nothing to do with me. It's just what I put out to them. And they love me. I love them. And, we got each other's back. And that's a fact. So, I don't let all the bull crap. Man, y'all can say whatever, do whatever, man. It is what it is. So, but as you know, just saying, stay to the path. At this situation, you can't really do nothing. You put it out there. You set the invitation. You extend the olive branch. They can either take it or they don't. But you can leave that door open. You can leave that door open and walk away. And maybe she'll come and knocking. Open that door. Hey, anybody home? Or, it is what it is. But one thing you can't change is the blood in her veins. If it's yours, it's yours. She ain't going nowhere. Your legacy will live on one way or another. But don't let that hold you down. Stay strong.
Day and night. For some women, can start working in as quick as 1 week.